Hi, everybody.
Hello.
So, we're going to tell our viewers what we did today.
Well, we had a good visitor.
A good visitor.
Yes.
Okay. What made them good?
Because, here you want somebody, when we're just two of us.
Mm-hmm.
For us to have somebody who comes in to join us, make conversation different, it's a good thing.
So, we just had someone to have a conversation with.
Well, he was coming for some advice from us. We had some questions to ask him
Okay.
in regards to land and what we're going to do with our land.
Okay. Oh, my. Okay, y'all. Y'all, this is my normal conversation with Joseph. This is like pulling hen's teeth. So, we had someone to come by, a friend, that is, we had been talking to him about our land, and not just our land, our build. What we're going to build, how we're going to build, and those type things. He's been instrumental in giving us some good advice. Don't you think?
He has been.
Mm-hmm.
He's very knowledgeable.
Yeah, he's very knowledgeable, but one of the things that we decided to do, and I shared that on the last video, is that we decided that we were going to, before we build the main house, we're going to build our guest house. And also you see us planting the different fruits and vegetables and, just the plants that we're going to have on our land, correct? Right. And so, we don't want to just drag and do nothing, at all. But we don't need to get so far ahead of ourselves that, like, we end up putting a big old bobea. What is those trees? What's a big tree right in the middle of the property, and that's where we're going to put our house, right? Yeah. So we're trying to do this smart. We're trying to work intelligently. So we had our friend come out today, and he had already given us a drawing, a layout of our land, and so that's what we've been using, correct?
Right.
And so you had decided on how we were going to do some of the fruits and vegetables. How did you decide, like, the plantation? How did you decide where you wanted stuff?
Like the plantains we planted, we have where there's slope, and I prefer that it should be down there at the slope,
okay,
away from the main road.
Mm-hmm.
And the other fruit trees would be where we have the oranges,
right?
Those areas, so that we don't just plant trees everywhere, and then at the end we start pulling some off.
Yeah. And we probably have trees in a lot of places, but right now, like he said, I think that's on the south side. Like if we were facing our land, it's on the south side of our property. Right. It's where the plantains are, and the orange trees are more on that side, like the upper part of our property, but still more on the southern side, correct? Yes. And as we told you before, we're gonna have we're looking at having coconut trees on each corner. Is what we're thinking about now, correct? Yeah. Oh my goodness, I saw some royal pines. Palms, royal palms. I've heard people talk about them, but I didn't really, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know what they were. And those are so pretty. Yeah. And I thought, listen, this sounds good, right? So I'm thinking a royal palm and 2 coconut trees on the other side. Then I looked at the size of the coconut tree. Okay, back to the drawing board. But anyway, so he's coming out because he wanted to know. We had talked about we had to choose like what the layout of our not just the layout but the design of our house. And let me back up a little bit because I realized people that has been following us, it almost seemed like we're contradicting ourselves sometimes. But let me go back from the very beginning. When we first came to Ghana, before we came to Ghana, we had bought a piece of property on, it was oceanfront, right? And we paid for the property. We'd already paid for the fencing and stuff to go around. And actually, the lady that we bought from, she was ready to go. It's like, okay, good. We're ready to build, the fence. We're ready to start the building. And then she tried to go up and the roads, oh my goodness. You remember?
Yeah. The road had closed up. It had been, because it was rainy season, and in the tropics, you can clear a piece of land now or a road now. Next 2 months, especially like in rainy season, everything will close up.
It's not just close up. Explain, because you say that it sounds like they just closed the road.
No,
but it's not that. It's like these deep crevices that's in the road because the water has gone down. And Ghana is hilly too. And I get in this place going there was hilly, right? And it's just these big crevices, and so there's no way to get the big trucks or anything in there. So she had to delay that. And I'm thinking about this because someone had asked me, they said, you're going to start building, because I was like, yay, we're building, right? And I had said that, and then someone asked me probably about a year later, I think it was about that long, and they said, you building, right? And I'm like, no, we had to start building. And then you know what? It wasn't until probably a couple of months ago, I was like, oh, that's what they were asking me, because we did say that we were building. So that stopped. We end up, that stopped. And so we end up getting the money back from her for what was going to be for the fence and stuff. And it was no problem for her to give it back. You know, she didn't have any problems giving it back. But with that, what we end up doing is buying some more land and Agenda. So when we got here in Agenda, I think we asked the contractor something about how much it cost for a fence, right? And he's like, well, to do a fence, then we need to know what kind of house. But anyway, he ended up basically doing a house. We gave him a floor plan because we wanted the price of the fence. And he did a 3D, so we have this 3D vision of a house that we really did like. Don't get me wrong, we really did like, and we were thinking about building that. But then when we started thinking about it later on, we decided, we just started, I don't know what came up, what made us just like decide to do a guest house. And we wouldn't have been able to do that with this house anyway. Right. But also it came to us, you know what? I'm going to just stop saying it came to us. Y'all know Joseph and I are Christians, right? So we pray a lot. We in touch with our Father, okay? So we haven't, you know, the Holy Spirit. So we've asked for guidance, and that's exactly what we've been just getting, guidance. Mm-hmm. So it's just like these little things coming to us, like really the house that we really want. What would it look like? And we love the big front porches and that kind of stuff, right? And kind of the anyway. So we would not have been able to, the guest house on this house, the first house was attached to the house, right? Mm-hmm. And it was no way that you would do that separate from the other thing. And we just nicked that one out anyway. And so we actually got a design for a little tiny house, right? Is what it's probably bigger than a tiny house, but a small house, and that we're gonna have on the property. So if we're gonna have that house on the property, and we already know what that looks like, and we pretty much know what the main house is going to look like, and we definitely know the layout. That's one of the things we were talking about today, is definitely getting a layout of the floor plan of the main house. So he is going to make us some little, what'd you call them? The little drawings. Y'all know when you do things to scale, and so we'll have the layout and we'll be able to scale it. We'll be like, okay, so if we put the main house here, we put the guest house here, and we got the trees. So it's giving us that. So that was the meeting for today, right?
Right.
How did you feel about it?
Oh, I was grateful about it. Because he's very patient. Mm-hmm. I know what he's talking about.
Right. Very knowledgeable.
I feel very comfortable with him. Mm-hmm. Being around him anytime. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's just a great person.
Yeah. And I'm very inquisitive, so I feel like I might get on his nerves. Because I'd be like, and how you do? I just be asking questions and stuff, but he is so, I love learning. So it's really been good. It really makes me feel good about the route, the way that we're going about it right now. We can't take credit for it either, because Joe and I, listen, anybody know me, I used to tell people that I always looked at myself as like God was Batman and I was Robin. I call myself JJ, Jesus Jr. And so I was always running ahead. You know what I'm saying? It's like God would say, well, I need you, and he wouldn't have time to complete the sentence. I was running to do whatever, right? And I feel like even though we had slowed down, and definitely the second time, like slowing down in our thoughts, like we knew he was, you know what I'm saying? he was directing, and because that's our prayer, right? But I really feel like he had to grab us in the back of our collar and say, slow down. You know what I mean? And it's been great. So it's been so much fun going to the property, don't you think?
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
I like it because when you go there, you see something new. It gives you some plan on your mind.
Right.
Or, no, it's just wonderful. Even just breathing the good breeze up there.
Yeah.
It gives you different kind of vibes.
Right.
Then you can get you some fruit treats there. Get some oranges.
Yes. And y'all,
it's good.
It has felt really good.
Yeah.
It's almost, I don't know how to explain it. It feels like it's establishing us more, right?
Yeah.
It's like we're really part of it. And that goes back to, and I want to do a video on that. I think that's one of the things that happen if you move it anywhere new. Like, I would especially think moving to another country, but maybe even to a new city. Yeah. And because I even looked that up, like the phases that you go through when you first move to a place. And so it takes a while for you to really acclimate to the environment. But also, because the first thing is excitement, is like that honeymoon stage, right? And then after a while, it's like, wait a minute, what are we doing? You know, and then everything start kind of clicking, or you start getting understanding. Right. And I feel like that's even with our land. I think when we first came here, we were listening to, not anybody was trying to give us any wrong advice, but if you remember, we were asked one of the guys, we said something about our property because we wanted to go and pray over the property, and he said, oh, the chiefs and stuff will go and pray over it and do the thing. And I was like, really? You know what I'm saying? So it almost like takes you out of the experience with your own land, right? With your own experience. Like, this is our journey, and I think that happens a lot in the States too, but for a different reason. I think because it's just everything is hustle, that you still don't get to partake in your life like you probably would want to, because you're too busy working and hustling, right? Yeah. But here, I think it's just and I don't think it's just here. I think it's anywhere that you would go. It's just kind of like you just kind of step back and you're just kind of waiting for someone else maybe to, even if you've done your research, because we did a lot of research, and we've had people give us great advice. Great advice, correct? Yeah. Oh my God. I mean, yes. But still, it's an internal thing that I think that we have to take the ownership of, right? And that's what it's felt like, right?
Yeah. But slow down and be still. Let God guide you. Right. Makes a big difference.
Yeah. It's fun. Yeah. This is the thing it's just so much fun. Yeah. You know, it's like, oh, we're gonna go to the land, and actually working, like, Kumi is just so helpful. He just hear us say something, and it's like he's right at it. He's like a son. You know what I'm saying? Like something our son would do, right? And so it's been so much fun, guys. And I want to encourage anybody that if you're building, if you come in to the anywhere in another country, I'll say, first off, like, really take ownership of your land. And and when I say that, I mean just like, it's almost like taking your shoes off. Let your feet, be on the land. You know what I mean? Look at it and just go day after day and just absorb it all in. Like we were talking, one of the things that he talked to us about, and y'all notice I don't call people's names especially if I haven't gotten advice, not advice, but permission from them. But one of the things he was saying, because when he came in, he was like, oh, it's so cold in here, and I love to open my windows and have the ceiling fan going, so a natural breeze. And so he was basically saying, he's like, so which way is the breeze wind blowing there, right? And I'm like, I know it's blowing. At this point, I can't tell you if it's south to north or east to west. I mean, I don't know. So he was saying, well, you probably need to get something to see, because that's help where you want to place the house, so you got a good cool breeze coming through. So that kind of advice for me is very important. I'm one that whenever we look at houses or something, we buying houses, so I will go in the house and I'll be like, it's okay, but the house is turned wrong.
Yeah. I we should turn it this way.
They need to turn it away. And when I used to say that, I didn't realize that it's a thing, right? It's like if you want natural light, you want the house to be turned a certain way. It needs to be turned a certain way for it to do that. So I'm really sensitive about that stuff. So it's major for me. So to take that time out and do that, and one of the things that's major to both of us, I think, to both of us is land, right?
Right.
We've always loved flowers. I mean, that was one of the big things that we did. I always did. Like when the kids were growing up, we load them up and we're gonna go to a nursery, right? And Mama did that, right?
Yeah,
I did it with Mama all the time too. So those things are really important to us. So don't forget who you are. I guess I'm saying, coming and retiring, or you just choosing a new place. You choosing a new place. You're not a new person unless you got some issues and you need to. You need to work on that. And sometimes we do. I mean, I think this has been really good to you know what I'm saying? Just to chill and enjoy,
Yes. I mean, you go to bed and sleep better.
Mm-hmm.
You think better. You can hear God talking to you, even if you're not thinking about God. You can hear something coming to you from Him. Even sometimes I just get up and read something.
Mm-hmm.
Think about me as you lie down here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just things that I never. Let me talk about myself.
Yeah.
I never experienced that because I was always working, always something going on.
Especially this last,
Always something going on.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have those moments.
Mm-hmm.
You just be quiet, sit, and relax, and then enjoy your partner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think for me, I know we're getting off subject. For me, it was I've always had time with God. My morning times, I would just, I've always, and matter of fact, I could just be in the middle of the day. The kids will walk in and go, "Mom, wait a minute, are you praying?" Because it's just like always being in tune with them like that. But what it wasn't but I used to feel like, oh God, I wish I could do this all the time without realizing it's like, and I know I've heard the Holy Spirit say, I'm not going anywhere. But to be in a place where you just realize He's here. You know what I'm saying? Right. He's right here. But anyway, so that's what we did. We had this a conversation about where we're going to position our lands. And I think if it's not on this video, on the next video, once we get the pieces, we'll draw it out and show y'all. But y'all can also help us with this. We are looking for flowers. Like, they have a lot of flowers, but I don't see anything coming in big, pretty, full blooms like how we have it in the States. Right. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I want some, and we're definitely going to bring some stuff in, but they have beautiful trees and different things. But I just want to see something with a whole lot of blooms, right? And, you're right.
You're right, yeah. Flowers have been, it's another thing that makes life feel good.
Mm-hmm.
When you get out there and see your flowers blooming, just gives you a different mindset.
Yeah, that's true.
And and then of course we go looking for flowers. Sure, let's get this. And when we said we were going to plant, but she come and just place them
where I want it. He plants. I just point. But
it's good.
But this is going to be so different from us. Yeah. I mean, we have lived in where we had a lot of land, and we had apple orchard, right? And we had pecan trees. Mm-hmm. But this is different because we're going to have such a variety. Yeah. Like with the apple orchard, we used to we had an apple press. Mm-hmm. Made some great apple cider. You remember that? So I'm so looking forward to being here in the different plants and the different fruit plants and stuff. I think that's gonna be a huge difference, like all the things that we're having. Even I named some plants on the other one, but it's a lot of them I still like, the soursop and the dragon fruit. Jackfruit, stuff I haven't even mentioned. That, hey, the list goes on and on, guys. Well, I think we need to close it up here. So listen, if y'all have any questions for us, any ideas, be sure to comment. To let us, to give us some great ideas, like even if it's some plants that we probably don't know, because we learned of a plant called peanut butter plant.
plant fruit.
tree that tastes
Yeah.
like peanut butter and
Jelly.
jelly.
Huh.
Who knew? But anyway, we'd love to get y'all's ideas, or if y'all have any questions or anything about building here in Ghana, what that's like. We'd be glad to answer those. So, anything else you want to add?
No. We join ourselves here to all our friends and viewers.
Yes, and listen, if y'all ever in Ghana, truly give us a call. Y'all can come and visit us. If it's like only like one or two of you, we got room. Like, hey, you're welcome. You're welcome. But that's always been us. So y'all can come on and visit. So in the meantime, why don't you? We want you all to share,
Subscribe.
like, and comment.
Comments.
Comment. And until next time, thank y'all for being with us as we continue to make Ghana home. Bye bye.